something is missing around here, and I just can't quite put my finger on it. It's certainly not a good view. These views are definitely not missing. It's not a great sense of well-being and peace. I'm definitely not lacking in a great sense of well-being and peace. Have you ever just lost something and you've been really excited to get it back, but you can't think what it is that you've actually forgotten? So you just have this excitement built up that you can't wait to remember what it is that you've forgotten so you can get it back. I'm really excited to get this missing thing back. I can't wait to realise what it actually is. I'm going to sleep on this, and hopefully in the morning we are more the wiser. I cannot wait for another day with you guys. Good night and God bless the Tarbinions. Guys, I've just realised what's missing, and it's really not good. My sense of euphoria has completely gone. I feel absolutely useless right now, and I'm so disappointed. My excitement has turned into pain. The only thing missing around here, unfortunately, is Karen. Hi Karen, it is so great to see you again. Welcome to the new base. How are you?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. There is no way you can get rid of me. I am here forever and ever. Welcome back to Minecraft with Tarby.
Hey, that's my line! Before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on, and if you're feeling a bit crazy, make sure to click the like button while you're there. Thank you! Good morning ladies, gentlemen and all the fellow Tarbinions, and welcome back to your favourite Minecraft survival series, Minecraft with Tarby. Today we are on episode 41, which is absolutely fabulous, and we're going to carry on exactly where we left off in the last episode. So if you didn't see the last episode, what are you doing? Go back on the playlist and watch it and then come back to here. But just a quick recap, we moved away from main base and started this other base, Peace, Love and Plants, away in the new Minecraft 1.18 Caves and Cliffs landscape. We are settling out here with peace, quiet, and we're setting up in a lovely civilization which is designed and is perfection for our relaxation. Also, it is nearly Christmas time and I am so excited. I hope every single person watching this has an awesome Christmas. By the time you see this, the video will be out, but Christmas will be a few days after. And I just hope you have a great time and thank you for your support throughout the year. I hope you get everything you wanted. In this video, we're going to explore even more of 1.18 Part 2. We're going to do some decorating, we're going to connect everything together, and we're going to make the base look even more epic. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video, because we are going to have an absolutely fantastic time today. First thing we want to do is decorate the interior of our base we built in the last episode. We kind of left it just completely blank, and that's because I needed some time to think how I'm going to do this. We want this interior to look pretty, very pretty, but we also want it to look completely random at the same time. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to destroy the mountain structure. I'm going to keep that the way it is. I am going to change some of the blocks from dirt to deep slate and stone so it looks a bit more structural. But overall, I'm going to keep the mountain as natural as possible and just build in line with it. We've already got the staircase. We've got plenty of room. So without further ado, let's go. So here we have the finished little base interior. You can see from the outside nothing has really changed, but the inside is where the real change happens. Everything looks completely different. Downstairs we've got a fireplace, we've got some paintings up, we've got an armour stand, we've got some carpet so it feels like home. We've got a sort of bucket coming down from the ceiling, like a well, which people can wash their face in. You can see I've not really changed the structure of the mountain. I removed a tiny bit to get this fireplace in, but I've tried to keep in line with the mountain structure as much as possible. I've done this to add to the sort of natural peace feeling we've got going on, and I think it suits in really well. And upstairs you can see we've just got a clutter of stuff. I like behind the bed with sort of the candles everywhere. I really like that. The amethysts everywhere as well, making it feel dead magical inside. You've got the awesome views as well. Everything to me just looks really, really cool. I'm super happy with how it's built. My inspiration for this was kind of like a random sort of house that's just been put here by a guy who never really spends much time in his house. So I can imagine the person living here would be like an adventurer who's never actually in his house. He's always out adventuring, so he doesn't have any real time to properly organise what's inside. That's why this house inside's kind of just random. It's completely random, but I kind of like the way it is. I am super happy with this interior, and I cannot wait to be using this base for the future. Let me know what you think of this random sort of messy interior in the comment section down below. Now that we have done the interior, it's time to move on to something far more superior. It is time to name our lovely little axolotl we saved in the last episode. I asked question of the day, what should we call the axolotls, and we got some awesome suggestions. For some reason, near enough everyone chose dairy items for the name of the axolotl, which is really, really, really random. I've been thinking I may as well have called him Milk. If we ask a question of the day, I'll always choose one of your suggestions because I want to make sure I try and get you guys involved in the series as much as possible. So we are going with dairy. So everyone, please welcome our newest addition. This is Cheese. This is Cheese. And he will be our axolotl companion. Cheese. Cheese. It's fair to say you guys are definitely not lactose intolerant. You know how much I love getting you guys involved with the series, and thank you so much for contributing to another question of the day. There will be another question of the day later on in this video, and you'll find that in the comments section. Our axolotl companion was named Cheese by Kenny Pellegrino. He said, I think we should call him Cheese because his colour is like cheese. And to be honest with you, that's a perfectly understandable reason, and that's why we have our new axolotl called Cheese. I lied actually, question of the day is now in the video. So, for today's question of the day, we're going with something a bit more broad. I'm not after you to name something, I'm not after anything like that. I want to know your opinion on something. So I am absolutely loving the Caves and Cliffs Part 2 update, and I want to know exactly what you guys love as well. So what is your favourite part of the Caves and Cliffs Part 2 update? Is it the mountains? Is it the caves? Is it the new items from the previous update? What is your favourite thing about Caves and Cliffs? There is so much to choose from, and I cannot wait to hear your opinion in the comment section. One thing I really like about the update is how they've kind of incorporated structures that were already in the game into the new landscape. For example, I like the way this broken Nether portal sits perfectly within the terrain. Even though the terrain around it should stand out completely, it still looks absolutely fine and like it's meant to be there. I also like the way if you see a patch of biggish water like this, then you know it's going to lead to somewhere epic underground. Did I just describe this water as big-ish? What's next? This grass is greenish. This horse is horse-ish. This portal is Nether-ish. I must be ginger-ish. All this ish, bish, bash and bosh makes me really in the mood to go on an adventure. Yeah, going on an adventure sounds really fun. And going on an adventure is exactly what we shall do. Going on an adventure actually sounds amazing. Last episode I expressed my desire to find one of the new snowy mountains. From seeing pictures on Instagram and online and other people's videos, these mountains look absolutely superb. And I really want to see what they're all about. Are they just big in these pictures and videos I've seen, or are they genuinely on a gigantic scale now? I actually love the snow and winter, so these mountains might just be absolutely perfect for me. Let's fly away to a new Caves and Cliffs feature, and while we do that, it's Talks with Tarby time. On the way to our snowy mountain, I wanted to talk about what my favourite feature of the 1.18 Part 2 update is. To be honest, this could be completely overhauled and it could be the snowy mountains when I've seen them, but for now I need to give a massive shout out to one of the coolest things I think's ever happened to Minecraft. I absolutely love the lush caves. Like, I think they are epic. Like, completely epic. I love the way you can just be wandering into like a normal cave, which isn't even normal anymore. They're absolutely huge, by the way. But then you wander into this sort of, I can't describe it, like a garden underground. It's just so cool. I love sort of the nature aspect. I love moss. I love the moss block itself. I think that's an awesome addition. You can see throughout our new base now, we've got a lot of moss around it. We've got a lot of spore blossoms, bringing sort of the nature vibe to life. And these blocks couldn't really be possible without the lush cave. I think in general the lush cave might be the coolest biome on the game, just because you never really see this sort of thing in Minecraft before. Maybe the effect will wear off at some point, but I don't think it will. I genuinely believe the lush caves are amazing, and I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that they are an extremely welcome addition to the game. But what do you think? Do you reckon they'll bring out more cave biomes in the future? I certainly think they will, and I think they might incorporate like snow biomes and more ice biomes underneath caves. Like, that would be pretty cool. Can you imagine like a snowy, icy, dripstony cave? I think they'd all look really epic. And one thing that's going through my head as well, imagine underground villages. So you stumble into a massive open cave and it's got like a lush village in there. That would just be supreme. I think the way Minecraft's going at the moment, there's a lot of room to be excited. The brains of Mojang are never going to end, and it's great to see the game just constantly improving and changing, but also constantly improving and changing and exciting us. What more can I say? All these new features are epic, but I personally love the lush cave more than anything else. And it looks to me like we've just found a snowy mountain. Wow, these are cool. As we discussed last episode, there are 6 new mountain biomes. There's a mountain meadow, the mountain grove, the snowy slopes, the lofty peaks, the snow-capped peaks, and the stony peaks. Last episode we found the mountain meadow and the mountain grove, and I think in this episode we've got all 4 of these. I believe this massive mountain range we found here includes all of these. Can I just say that this massive mountain sort of resort we've got going on here is absolutely tremendous. I'm not going to lie when I say when I saw this, my mouth just dropped completely. My mouth wide open thinking, wow, what have I discovered here? You can see by my guy just walking around here, the pure scale this is on is just ridiculous. One main feature of these snowy mountains is the powder snow. Now the powder snow, I didn't realise just how lethal it actually is. If you stand on it for literally half a second, you're already slipping underneath the snow, and that causes damage very quickly. So I do advise if you come in here, be prepared. You want to stand on these blocks that have like the snow carpet layer above them, because you don't actually fall through them. But if you're just standing on the snow itself, be very careful. Countless times I had to dig the snow underneath me to save myself from dying. There's truly not enough words to describe these mountains. We could go with awesome, we could go with amazing, we could go with great, we could go with tremendous. We could be here all day describing what these look like, but I think the word I'm looking for is perfect. 10 years ago when I started playing Minecraft, I never thought it would get to this scale. You saw mountains back then and they looked pretty cool, they were quite high. You see mountains now and you're genuinely blown away by what you are seeing. I also genuinely believe that mountains may actually be cooler than the caves. I know caves is Minecraft, so you're mining obviously, but these mountains are tremendous, they really are. Being a massive snow lover myself, these mountains really do tick all my boxes and I cannot say enough good words about them. I'll make sure in future episodes to come back to this mountain and we'll do some work here, because I'd love to build like a snowy mountain village where we can inhabit it with villagers and make it into its own sort of residential area. But wow, I am just completely blown away by these snowy mountains. To conclude, as you can probably tell, I don't have a bad word to say about these snowy mountains. They're super cool, and I am super happy with the way they are. I feel they're actually really underrated, and have kind of gone under the radar in this update because everyone's been so focused on the caves. I think if the mountains came out in an update on their own, you'd still think the update was absolutely massive, and I think that just says a lot about the update in general and how big of a scale it's actually brought. So like I say, I'm extremely excited to find out more about these mountains in future episodes. I cannot wait to see what we can build here and make some awesome builds. But for now, I've just got an urge to build something back at the base. The base needs to be constantly expanded. I want to build a sort of peace and love civilization here. And we're going to do this by adding some awesome scenery and making some really sort of environmental farms. What we're going to do here, we're going to take some ideas from the Lush Cave and we're going to make a simple glowberries farm. We're going to connect this up back to the house, and we're also going to build something pretty exciting in this river. So we're going to do that the way we do best, and let's go back into a Tarby time lapse. Let's go. So this is now the view looking at the base, and this is super cool. You can see on the left we've got the glowberries. It's nothing extravagant, it just fits in well with the scenery and the sort of vibe we're going for here. So that's exactly why I went with something a bit simple. But on the right you can see this iceberg lodged out of the river. Now this may seem a bit random, but I think it really does add to the scenery. The story behind the iceberg is that when the world corrupted at our main base, which you can see in the last episode, the world was updating into new landscape, and during the corruption, one of the ice from the snowy mountains fell off and got left behind here. So when the world was updating, there was all merging and all improving the landscape, but a bit of the mountain just got left behind here in the middle of all the grassy mountains. And I really like that. I like the way this ice has got a story behind it, because I think it looks really cool. I can't wait till we build something that requires a boat in this river and we can go round the iceberg. I love adding all these little elements to this base build. I love this sort of nature feel we've got going on, and I really like the way we are going so far. We've also added some diamond ore into the house which we got in the last episode, just to spice it up and add a bit more of that magical random feeling we're going for. You could probably say though it looks like a wizard lives here, and I have no problem with that at all. Moving on, we want to connect this base to our main base back at home, and we are going to do this through creating a big gigantic tunnel. In this episode though, we want to simply connect a path all the way from our portal all the way to our main base portal. And this may sound completely ridiculous to you, building a path from here all the way to main base, which is about 8,000 blocks away. But if you don't know already, you can do this pretty simply through the Nether. I believe it's about 1 block in the main world is about 8 blocks in the Nether, which just makes it a lot easier. So what we're going to do, we're going to connect our portals up with a path. And then we want to build a simple Nether portal. And we're going to build it here because when you walk out the portal, it connects straight to our base. One day we'll get a bridge that goes across the river as well. So we're off to the Nether, and I'm going to tell you exactly what we're going to do to make this tunnel. As you can see for now, we're building a simple 1 block path all the way to the other Nether portal, which is about 1,000 blocks away in the Nether. What we're going to do in the next episode is we're going to make this tunnel into like a 3x3 cube, if you will, all the way from portal to portal, and then in that portal we'll have a big minecart system taking it all the way there. So you can simply get in the minecart and go straight to each base whenever you want to. This is going to take a lot of effort. I think I'm going to stay up all night building this tunnel, but I just can't wait to do it, to be honest with you, because it's so beneficial in the long run that it's just completely worth it. I'm going to build the tunnel completely out of deep slate as well. I'm going to continue that sort of theme we've got going on, sticking with the new blocks, just because why the hell not? Let's do it. We interrupt this tunnel making to bring you a very important message. I actually really like this view. I just love the way it stands out, and I like the glowberry farm, I love the iceberg, I love the base itself. But you know what else I like? Sharing these builds with you guys. Make sure to check out my Instagram at itstarby. The link will be in the description down below for you to go to. I've recently started sharing some of the best photos I've found through exploring the Caves and Cliffs update, and I want to post more and more on Instagram so I can show off even more of Minecraft's true beauty. Through my Instagram as well, you also know when my next video is coming out a day in advance. We also have polls and questions and loads of interactive stuff, and you guys can talk to me. So make sure after the video to go in the description, go on my Instagram account at itstarby and give me a follow. Thank you. We love to build a path because building a path is our mate, and when we build a path we place a block in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm completely losing my head building this path. But we've managed to get to the end, and you can see here we are at our Nether hub. Wow, it feels good to see stuff from previous episodes again. I think when you don't see stuff for a while, you kind of get this nostalgia. And I know it was only 2 episodes ago, but I've kind of got that now. So when I go into our Nether hub and into our Nether portal, you can see here it connects straight up to the Minecraft with Tarby main base. And it feels really good to see this place again, but unfortunately it is still really glitchy, so we cannot stay here for long. Next episode we're going to build this massive tunnel, and hopefully by then this glitch with the main base will be sorted. That doesn't mean that we'll be stopping work on our other base, by the way. I'm going to carry on that every few episodes now at least. I'm really enjoying that at the moment. I hope you guys are too. Let's go back to the other base and let's conclude this episode. So thank you to the Patreons, you know who you are. Thank you so much for keeping me going. If you want to become a patron, I'd really appreciate it if you can. The link is in the description down below. And thank you to all the people who've liked, commented and subscribed since the last episode. You've been added to the subscriber tree for now. Eventually you'll be put on the subscriber mineshaft. If you also want to be put on the subscriber tree and the subscriber mineshaft, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, but most of all make sure you are subscribed to my channel, and I'll get you on the subscriber mineshaft one day. Cheese! But that is all we have time for in this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed another episode of Minecraft with Tarby. I just want to say I hope you all have an amazing Christmas. I'll be thoroughly active on Instagram there, wishing you all a very Merry Christmas. Make sure you get everything you need, and make sure if you're working to have a good relax. If you're off school or anything, make sure you're enjoying it. Enjoy the time you've got with family and friends, and I hope you all have an extremely peaceful time full of love. I'll be sat here absolutely chilling. I'm off work until the new year in a couple of days, and I cannot wait for that. More interaction with you guys and more Minecraft to be played. You could say my ambition has got the better of me. The size of that tunnel we're building, I could be building it on Christmas Day anyway. But just make sure you're doing exactly what you want and make sure that you are happy over this festive time. If you've enjoyed this video, then please leave a like. They really help me out, and I couldn't appreciate every like enough. Make sure to leave a comment, let me know what you think of question of the day, and let me know any other comments you want to make, and I'll make sure to reply to them down below. But all in all, do not forget to subscribe. I really appreciate your support. We're on 1,600 subscribers now, which is just amazing. I can't wait for the new year to hopefully hit 2,000. Let's keep going onwards and upwards together. I hope every single person watching this has a great day, Christmas, New Year, whatever it may be. You may not know it yet, but you've just become Tarbified. Merry Christmas, everyone. See ya. Bye bye.